Hi, everybody.
31.
Long time no see.
Yep. We've been busy. New year, new me, new podcast.
Listen.
You like the lights behind me?
I slept wrong last night. And holy crap, my neck hurts.
Yeah, so give us some updates. What's new?
Well, I started school. I started cosmetology school, you guys.
Oh, hold on. Before we go into that, let me explain myself. My eye is cut open.
Oh,
Hey, Carlos, can you zoom in on that?
I punched him.
Yeah. I just want to use that as evidence for a future case. Maybe.
Guys, it's not going to happen again. It was one time. I just got a little too upset.
That's what you said last time. Okay. In all seriousness,
It's not funny to joke about that.
blink twice.
Shut up.
No, I was doing jujitsu. I was doing the jujitsus. I don't know why I did that. There's no striking in jujitsu, but I was doing the jujitsus, and yeah, I was just rolling with the guy. We were going at it, and I just tried to do a sweep where I go underneath him. His knee was right there. I kind of put my face into his knee while he brought it up, and so he kneed me right in the eyebrow. And I'll should I show the video or no?
Yeah, he sent me a picture, just a random picture. I'm sitting here thinking he's at jujitsu. He got there 20 minutes ago. He's just started. Sends me a picture of his freaking eye cut open and bleeding.
It was literally the second person that I was rolling with.
His eye was cut open and bleeding. And I'm like, WTF, what happened? And he's not freaking texting me back. And I texted him back immediately when he sent me that. And so I'm like, what the hell happened? And then he finally he gets back to me, and you can tell this part, but they
Well, I didn't even know I was bleeding at first. So basically this guy kneed me, and he was like, "Oh, you good?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And so we're about to get going again. And he's like, "Wait, hold on. You're not good." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And then I see blood dripping everywhere. Because it was coming right from my eye. So I just start to see blood pouring. I had no idea where my cut was. I just thought I was like, okay, somewhere in this area. At first I thought it was my hairline, on my forehead. For some reason I was like, okay, maybe my forehead's bleeding. But yeah, then I just I basically put my hands like this, cupped them underneath my eye, just in that general area, and just caught all the blood so that it wouldn't get everywhere. And then I walked over to the bathroom, and he's a cool guy. I have nothing against him, but he was helping me out and stuff. And then I went to wash it because all this blood. I'm so turn the water on, wash my hands, and then get cups some water and throw it on my face. And then blood just starts pouring. You know, when you add water to blood and it just looks a million times worse. And so, yeah, I just throw water on it. And I didn't even feel it at this point. So I had no idea where it was. And I just had blood all over my face. And so I was just grabbing water and trying to figure out where it was. Finally, I just grabbed a paper towel and just held it up in that whole area. And then I took it off and wiped it, and it stopped bleeding really quick. It was 1 or 2 minutes. I just held the paper towel there, and then I took it off, and I could just see exactly where it was, a giant cut. I mean, giant. Would you call it giant? No.
It was big and it was deep.
It's an inch.
No, he spread it open. You could see it was deep.
So yeah, so then I'm like, oh, okay, I got cut pretty good. And which was really confusing that it's to me, I'm if I would have got hit and knocked out or something and been bleeding like that, I'd have been okay, yeah, that makes sense. But I didn't get hit that hard. I don't think. He
just in the right spot.
He kneed me in the eyebrow and it split my eye open. And anyway, so then I'm well, stitches wasn't even on my mind. I wasn't even
that was my immediate. That was the first thing I said when you sent me that picture. I said to my mom, I said, "Oh my gosh, Carlos is gonna have to get stitches." She said, "Did he crash?" She thought you took your motorcycle.
In flip flops and shorts. That's funny. I would need more than stitches.
But she's like me. Her mind goes to the worst thing first.
No, yeah, Yeah, I did send that to you. I probably should have waited. But that's why I waited when I did crash my motorcycle.
Shut up.
I waited till I got home so I could
I
be like,
wasn't
okay,
that
fine.
worried because I had in my mind. I
It
remember
wasn't that
the
bad.
last time you said, the last time you got hurt, you said, if I am really hurt and I need you there, I will let you know. Otherwise, just trust that I'm fine. And so I did. I was like, you know what? It's just a cut. Like, he's not getting back to me, but I'm sure he'll get back to me soon.
Yeah.
I thought in my mind, I was like, I'm sure they're like helping him out right now.
Yeah. Anyway, I sent you those pictures, and then the instructor, I don't know if that's the right term. Like our instructor at the gym, like the head black belt. I kind of look fat, huh? Guys, I'm trying to lose this weight. Don't come at me. Anyway, the head instructor guy, his name's Tyler. He's cool. He walks over to the bathroom. He sees me bleeding, sees the cut. And like I was saying, stitches wasn't even on my mind. Like my first thought was like, oh, that sucks. Like just let it heal. I didn't even think like,
Yeah.
I'm going to need to close this, you know?
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh yeah, I can get some super glue. And I was like, hold on, let me get a video of it first. And then I pulled my phone out and I like recorded a video of me like grabbing it and opening it to see how deep it was. And yeah, it wasn't like I could see my skull, but like when I opened it, it was pretty gross.
It was gross.
Small cut for what it was, big cut for how it happened. Anyway, yeah, Tyler super glued it. I like laid on the mat and he just took some super glue, held it closed for 10, 20 seconds, let go because he didn't want his fingers to be super glued to my face.
Yeah.
And so I just laid there for a couple minutes while it dried. And he did a good job. Yeah. And that's the story.
Yeah. Gosh. I keep thinking about that video. It was so disgusting.
Yeah. I don't know if I should post that video. Should I share it on might as well. I'm gonna put it up on the YouTube video.
Okay.
And if it gets taken down,
Just viewer discretion advised.
yeah, for sure. I feel like there's worse stuff on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Just a little cut. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, that explains the eyebrow. The beanie is because of my hair.
He looks like Flynn Rider. Do the face.
No. If you want to see the face, you can go to Emily's TikTok. Maybe not.
And my Instagram.
Maybe you can't go to Emily's TikTok.
Oh, yeah, it's tomorrow, huh?
I don't know. Anyway, my hair is getting so long and just in my face. And the easiest thing to do is just put a beanie on.
Are you growing it out to grow it out long? Have you decided that? Or are you just going to let me cut it whenever I get to that point?
So Emily's going through cosmetology school. For context, what was nice was she was practicing like doing highlights or whatever in my hair with conditioner.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was nice. Like I just got to sit there and play video games and she did my hair. So that was kind of cool. It was relaxing. I don't know. I think I'm going to grow. I haven't fully committed. I think like next week I could be like, I'm going to fade it up. I'm going to cut it. So I'm not like committed, but at the same time, I feel that way every week.
Yeah.
So it's just like week by week, I'll just let it go. And then eventually I might have the whole Jesus hair. I don't know. I feel like I have to try it. I'm so far in now. Like I've invested 4 months into my hair.
Yeah.
And invested, like I just haven't cut it. So that makes me think like, okay, I should just let it go and see how it turns out.
Yeah. Or you could let me cut it.
Yeah. Or let it grow while Emily's in cosmetology and then I can be your first haircut when you graduate or something.
Yeah. Or I have to have models at school.
So you could dye my hair.
Like we have to bring in models for like a grade.
You could just destroy my hair with dye and bleach.
And then, can I? And we could just cut it off.
Yeah, and then just shave it off. Go bald.
Not bald.
Anyway, how's cosmetology? So
I officially, yesterday, I was supposed to go to school today, but it got canceled because there's like this huge storm, like cold front going over Colorado right now. It's freaking freezing outside. Today it got to like 20 degrees outside, but it's supposed to get to -10 on Tuesday.
I think it changed. I think it's -4 now.
Same thing. It's going to say -4 feels like -15.
Yeah.
But anyway, so like the roads are really icy, and so a lot of stuff got canceled. So school got canceled today, church got canceled tomorrow. But yesterday was like I officially finished my second week of cosmetology school. Tuesday will be the start of my third week. And so it was weird because I didn't know that the way I thought that when you start cosmetology school, you would just start with like basic haircut, like the easiest thing first.
Put your mic down. It's so high up.
I thought that you would start with like the easiest thing.
Hold on, don't talk while you're touching it.
I thought that you would start with the easiest thing first, like some basic, simple hair cutting and stuff. But the way it works is I'm in the freshman class, and then there's the sophomore class is in the same classroom with me. And so I started learning color in this. So I'm in the fundamentals classroom for 2 months. So this month we're doing color and chemical services. So color, perm, and relaxers. And so far we've done a lot of color theory. We've practiced doing highlights and different sectionings and different types of weaves and stuff. And then next week we're doing perms. We're starting perms.
Are you gonna perm me?
But then next month, when the new freshman class comes in and I become a sophomore, is when I'll learn how to cut hair.
You wanna
so
perm
like
me?
I'm not gonna learn how to cut hair for a long time. Yeah, I'll give you a perm.
What is
actually
that? It's like curls.
Curls. It changes the chemistry of your
You
hair.
think that'll look good?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm totally
And
fine.
if you don't like it, you can cut it off.
Hear me. I'm totally fine. What do you mean? Can't you just like wash it out?
No, it changes your hair.
For how long though? Not permanently, like.
I don't know. I haven't gone through the class yet. I know what a perm is because I've had one before.
But they last like a couple months or something.
They
Guys, are
can
perms
last
perm?
a couple
That's the
years,
question.
I think, depending on like the grow out of your hair.
I feel like it's like 6 months max.
I don't know.
Comment below, should I perm my hair or should Emily perm me?
I do have to have a model to do perm. Oh no, you know what? That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's kind of weird. That's a weird
I have
one
to have a
too.
model for a chemical service. So that chemical service could be color, highlights, perms, or relaxers. I think I'm gonna bring my mom in and do
What's
color though.
relaxers?
Like if someone that has really curly hair, they
So
can
if your
get
hair
a
is
relaxer
constipated?
to get straight hair.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, a perm usually lasts 3 to 6 months, depending on the hair type and how fast your hair grows.
What did it say? 3 to 6 months?
Mm-hmm.
I'm down to do that. Oh, this is what I was going to say. If you want to destroy my hair and I go out in public and I got a perm and it's like, looks like trash, or I got like a yellow perm, I feel like I could just tell people,
A yellow perm?
yeah, like you bleach it and then perm it or something.
I wouldn't do that because your hair would fry off.
Anyway, all I'm saying, I think my hair is durable and it's thick.
It is.
So
You
I
have
think-
coarse hair, so lightening your hair would be very hard.
I feel like if I go out in public and I'm blonde and my hair is curly and people look at me weird, I'd be like, my wife is in cosmetology school and I'm a supportive husband.
If you ended up looking like garbage, I would fix it because I don't want you walking. You're my business card at that point. I don't want you walking around looking all crazy. But anyway, it's been really fun. I'm really enjoying cosmetology school. It is a lot of information super quickly though. So I'm trying really hard to like study a lot and really to not just like, you know how in school sometimes you just like memorize the math equation or something, or like you would memorize the stuff for the test and then freaking dump it. That's what I would do. I would memorize for the test, and then as soon as the test was over, I'd dump that knowledge out.
If I didn't understand it, I didn't remember it.
See, I am trying really hard to know this stuff, not just
Yeah.
not just know it,
Understand
like
it.
know how to recite it. I want to understand it deeply because I want to be the best hairstylist that it can be.
I like how much you listen to me, but won't admit it. Like that was the one thing that I told you before. I was like, hey, when you go into this school, don't just get through it. Ask questions, understand it, take your time, learn the stuff. And when I'm talking to you like that, you just sit there quietly. And so it's funny to hear you bring it up again, like the things that I've told you. Because I'm like, okay, you do listen. Even if at the end you're like, I'm not listening to you.
I never say that.
Or you just like get quiet.
I do get quiet.
But you're never like, dang, you know what, husband? You're smart as heck. You got some real wisdom up in there.
Do you want me to say that?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. You got some real wisdom up in there.
Yeah. Tell me you appreciate it. Take out a notebook when I start talking.
Just take
Something.
notes.
Yeah.
Write a book about all your wisdom and knowledge.
All right, guys. The next topic. How's that for a transition? Gynecologists.
Oh, gosh.
What was the other one? Oh, lactation consultants. Should these jobs be men? Should a man be the one that is looking
Lord.
at your privates as a woman? I'll ask you. So for guys like high school, middle school, it's like you gotta go get a physical. And one of the things they do is you take down your pants and the doctor, usually a man, like touches down there. He makes you turn your head and cough. And that's like the joke, like turn your head and cough. All the guys know what that means. And it's like another guy touching your genitals.
Okay.
Anyway, girls don't go through that.
No.
But what is a gynecologist is only if like there's something going on? Or is that like once you reach 40, like you got to start?
No.
Or what's the?
I think it depends. If you're younger and you're having sex as like a teenager, you should be seeing a gynecologist. If you're...
But you're not admitting that you're having sex at like 14, right? Like if you're hiding that from your parents.
To a doctor, it's different because the doctor's not going to tell your parents. They can't.
But you're going to be like, hey, mom, I got to go see a gynecologist. Like, you know?
I guess I always like just made my doctor's appointments myself.
That's weird. I always had one of my parents with me. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
anyway,
I was like 16 or 17 years old
anyway,
at that point.
So it's like a women thing. I guess it's not a women thing. Gynecology. Like,
yes.
Is it primarily women?
A gynecologist
you should look it up.
Is for vaginas.
I know. I'm not saying who are gynecologists for. And by the way, guys, we're not playing that game of like some men have vaginas and some women have penises. We're talking about the real deal. 100% authentic not lab grown.
Lab
farm grown. Free range. Grass fed, all that stuff. Anyways, how many gynecologists are women versus men?
I will say I've only ever seen just a couple women who are gynecologists. I haven't seen that many gynecologists, but like, for example, like with Phoebe, when I was pregnant with Phoebe, I always had to see like a different gyno every time I went because it was military. It was so stupid. I never had the same doctor, but they were all men. I never had a woman doctor.
That's weird to me. And that's like your specialty.
And it was weird. It was very awkward and it's uncomfortable.
Gynecologist is obstetrician and gynecologist is OBGYN.
Yes.
Right? Female OBs, I don't know if you can trust this, guys. So don't take this as gospel. Females, 85% of all OBs. Males, 14 or 15%. I'm rounding.
Weird, because I've seen a lot of male gynecologists.
15%. And come on. That's 1 in 6. Is that right?
I don't know. Don't ask me math
1
questions.
in 6 gynecologists are male. Perverts. I'll just say it right now. Perverts.
I don't know. I feel like that. Listen,
okay, let me explain myself here. If you're selecting gynecology as your line of study so that you can
as a
look
man,
at vaginas, you're a pervert.
it's kind of sus.
Like
It
you
is.
gotta have come up with a good explanation. Like if that's here's the only way out.
The only thing I think of is like maybe some gynecologist as a child, his mom had cervical cancer and
even that
he made it like his life's mission to like.
Yeah, that's really weird. That's really weird. I'm thinking like it's like, hey, it's what I was assigned. It just happened to be good at in medical school. It wasn't like it was the only thing I understood. I'm just passionate about vaginas, which is also weird. But like, if it's like, okay, you know what? Scratch that. That's weird too. If it's like, I got assigned this thing, like my specialty was this, I studied this, but for some reason I was assigned being an OB/GYN.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, you don't really want to be here. And he's like, yeah, ideally I want to be somewhere else.
I do think
that's such a weird job though.
I do think like
should be women only.
Because I did say a couple of days ago when we like brought this up the first time, I did say like I thought it was really weird. Like I think it's weird if you're a man and you choose to be a gynecologist. But thinking about it more, like our kid's doctor, for example, like he doesn't give me creep vibes at all. You know? I think that there are people out there who are genuine people and they can keep it very professional. I think most men keep it very professional. But there's always that little feeling like this is weird. There is a man looking at my vagina right now.
Well, then there's the doctors that use their own sperm in the sperm bank. I don't know if that's how. So you know, like how you can donate sperm and then some women can basically shop for babies, or whatever. So there's I don't know if this is the only one, but there was a case of a doctor who used his own sperm to basically have children with all these women
without them knowing.
Yeah,
like they thought they were getting somebody else's.
Hey, can you use your sperm to make my baby? They were like, I'll have that one, and then he was like, okay, I'll use mine. Hold on.
Disgusting.
There's a Netflix.
That's so foul.
There's a Netflix documentary about it. We should watch, and then we should talk about it.
What's it called?
Reacting to the Netflix. Our Father.
Oh gosh, Lord, have mercy.
During the 1970s and 80s, a fertility specialist in Indiana named Dr. Donald Klein inseminated dozens of patients with his own sperm without their knowledge or consent. The stories of some of these women, and I think we might have watched a little bit of this. How did they find out? The stories of some of these women and the 94 biological children of Klein are told in the new documentary, Our Father, which premiered on Netflix in May. This was 2 years ago, May.
94 people?
Yeah, and I think, I'm not sure how they found out, but yeah. And he's the only one that was caught. Think about that.
That's like gives the vibes of like, did you hear about that nurse who was baby swapping for decades?
Yeah.
And she came out when she was on her deathbed, she's like, I want to admit that I swapped hundreds of babies.
So this is the thing. It's like you're working, your primary job is, okay, whatever it is, humans are messed up for sure. So whatever job field, you're going to hear some messed up human story, right? And I think it just becomes more gross with something so personal like a gynecologist or a whatever whatever job title that
or stealing somebody's child from them.
fertility specialist. Fertility specialist. I'm a fertility specialist with
Shut
you.
up. Oh my gosh.
I mean, if that's what the qualifications are, like just getting women pregnant.
Stop. We're not announcing anything.
I'm super fertile. Oh yeah, Emily's not pregnant. She doesn't want to be pregnant until she's done with school.
Yeah.
But if it happens, it happens.
No, we don't.
Anyway, lactation consultants too. So like people who are, right, like you just had a baby. These guys are staring at boobies all day.
Oh, goodness.
And like, do you know that scene from The Office?
Why you gotta say boobies? Keep it professional.
Chi-chis. Breasts. Breasts seem less professional than boobies.
No. Boobies makes you sound like a little kid.
Yeah. Which makes it feel like lighthearted, you know?
No.
Boobies.
Remember those I Heart Boobies bracelets?
Yeah. See, like that.
I used to wear those all the time. I was like 9 years old.
It's innocent. Anyway, the scene from The Office after Pam has the baby and then the male doctor comes in.
Yeah.
Or the male lactation consultant comes in and he just starts reaching under her gown or whatever. And he's like feeling around. And then Jim's like just sitting there super uncomfortable. If you're choosing to be a lactation consultant as a dude, come on. What are you doing? That's weird. If you're a gynecologist, a male gynecologist, or a male lactation consultant, please explain yourself.
Comment down below. Tell us why you chose that field or if you chose it.
And if it's not because your mom had cervical cancer, then you're a pervert. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't. There might be some explanation. I don't know how the path to get there is.
I would like to hear like stories about like how these men came to be in this job field because listen, I don't like thinking you're a creep.
But they're human.
I don't like thinking that.
If it's a robot gynecologist, dude, like I'm not thinking the same thing, right? But it's a human being male. All humans are messed up. There's no human that's not messed up. That just
makes me like not trust anybody, dude.
You can't. Humans are messed up. Now, a man who's chosen his job to examine female private parts, you got to be messed up.
I don't know, dude.
Especially to like study that for a year. I don't know how long you study it, but let's assume it's a few years at least. Yeah, you're messed up. You think these guys are? I wonder how many male OBGYNs are married. The other thing is OBGYN. Is that the full title? Obstetrician and gynecologist. And what comes with being an OB that doesn't necessarily, like, it's not like I'm just a gynecologist. I specialize in labor.
I think OBGYN is for pregnancy and labor and delivery.
But there's gynecologists.
Gynecologist is just for like vagina, cervical stuff. You can
especially
get birth control through them.
Old men are the worst.
I understand men being like, I want to deliver babies. That's amazing. That's cool.
Yeah, if you're gay.
No. No. I understand that being like, I want to help babies come into this world. I want to help women go through labor. I want to like, I understand that part, but the part where it's like, I literally just like take the duck bills and open up vaginas all day.
That's gotta be a power thing too, right? Like it's not like a pleasing thing to women. It's like some sort of control over the women. Like,
don't fucking say that.
I'm gonna stick this thing in you and look inside and like,
stop. Disgusting.
Yeah, to me, like you got to enjoy that and to select that as a job. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's got to be something. You got to have a screw loose just to be a doctor and to like be okay with seeing certain stuff. But then to be a specialist in the vagina doctor area, like that's extra weird. Anyways, doctors who give or who deliver babies, they don't do anything. Like they come in.
Don't.
Okay, I'm not saying. I'm not saying
don't say that because you don't exactly know
behind the scenes. I'm not saying behind the scenes. I'm saying like actual. You're in labor.
Like with our experience
The
specifically,
nurses are doing everything.
With my experience with Phoebe, my doctor, from what I saw, did nothing.
I didn't even know you had a doctor. Anyway,
she came in 2 seconds before I started pushing.
And who'd she come in with?
Caught feet with the nurses.
And no, but she had like a student with her, right?
Yes, and a student.
Who did everything.
She caught the baby, had the student do everything. And all the student really did was
stitch you up.
Stitch me up.
And that stitching women up shouldn't be happening as much as or as often as it does.
Right. Whereas like when I had Shepherd, I had just a midwife.
And you know what she did?
She did so much. She was there rubbing my back. She was there helping me breathe.
She was active part of it, but like as far as medicine or like intervention, she didn't really do anything. Like it was all.
She gave me Pitocin
stuff.
after the fact to stop hemorrhaging.
That was a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then, she did like check and like press on my belly to make sure that everything was out and to make sure that I wasn't hemorrhaging. Once she saw that I was not hemorrhaging and she took baby's vitals, which they did not do at the hospital.
I think they did all that stuff. Because remember they put her on the table?
Yeah. But they like only took her weight. But like
I think they do everything. Like they poke her in the foot, they get her footprint,
I don't know. I don't really remember a whole lot.
Right as she
from
comes
that.
out, like she comes out, they put her on your chest, cut. All right, we're taking her. Which
was different from like when I had Shepherd. Like he immediately, I had him, and they didn't take him from me. They did
hours.
All of their stuff while he was on me. He never left him.
Yeah.
He never even left my arms.
Yeah, except to put him in the car seat to take him home.
Yeah. So
right, and at the hospital, it was like, okay, time for us to do our thing. And they, whatever they do, give him back to you, take him back, do whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
Take him to a different room, bring him back, take him to another different room, swap him with another baby, bring him back.
Oh my gosh.
Hospitals messed up, and anyone who is pregnant, I'm always like, you giving birth at a hospital? Because that's kind of weird. And then they're like, no, but it's what you do.
Yeah. I understand if you have like some medical issue and you have to be at a hospital just in case it goes south.
It's got to be reworked. Like there's too much incentive for them to intervene and not like in a good way. Like you're a high risk and you genuinely need medical intervention.
Yeah.
It's like, no, everyone needs medical intervention all of a sudden. Everyone needs a C-section all of a sudden. Everyone needs the epidural.
Yeah.
That's something I'm kind of passionate about.
Me too. Because I've been on both ends of it. Do you know what I mean? Like I've been on both ends of it. I know what it's like to be in the hospital where they're pushing you to
get all the,
what is that called? Oh my gosh, can't even remember.
The epidural?
They're pushing to induce you.
Yeah.
And then I've been on the other end where it's like fully supported that you do this. Sorry.
Because it's gonna.
But it's like fully supported for you to do this naturally, and that your baby will come when it's ready. If we need medical intervention, it's there, but that's like a very last resort.
Yeah, and that's 1 in 10 women, or I don't know what it actually is, but it's not like every woman in the hospital who needs medical intervention. It's like, okay, you genuinely are showing some signs that you'll need to have some serious medical intervention. So then you go that route.
Mm-hmm.
And I prefer that so much more than just like, everyone get the epidural, everyone get. And the other thing is like, you probably would have picked to have an epidural if you had the choice, right? If they were right there ready and they're like, hey, we got it ready.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard, at least from women who give birth naturally. Yeah. They're like, if I had the choice, I would have picked the epidural.
Yeah.
And so that there's an aspect of that too, like not having the choice.
There was an option for me to get laughing gas. Like that was an option, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And I think like it wasn't it honestly wasn't even on my mind to
You
get the
didn't even think
epidural
about.
or any of that.
Yeah.
It was like because my doula and shout out Morgan, because my doula and my midwife were so hands-on right there talking to me, keeping me distracted. Like I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. When it's like you're by yourself, kind of like at a hospital, you're doing everything yourself. It feels like everything's happening to you and not like you're in control.
Yeah.
Birth centers, highly recommend.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah. But stay away from dudes. Yeah. Dude gynecologist. That's weird.
I don't know. It's hard because you don't know these people personally.
Someone's gonna
so
say
you
my
don't
dad's.
know their
Someone's gonna be
character.
like, my dad's a gynecologist and he's really cool. Your dad's a pervert. Sorry.
No, don't say that. You don't know. It is a little sus. Like it makes me feel a little certain type of way, but it's because I don't know these people and I don't know their character. And I hate to say it, but I'm gonna assume you're freaking weirdo.
So based off of what you do know, which is you chose to have a job where you look at women's privates. Like that's all you know about this person. What can you assume about a guy who's chosen a job where he does that? He's probably a little weird.
I don't know.
Those are the guys that like kill you too, you know?
Oh gosh, stop.
I feel like that's like, yeah, one of those, like you hear stories about that. A woman who falls in love with her gynecologist or something, you know?
Stop. All right. I'm over this conversation.
Anyways,
I don't want to think about it anymore.
What else we got?
Oh, you guys can go follow my hair page on Instagram. It is called Keely in Color. Color with a K.
You're getting real close.
To what?
You got 2 Ks.
Oh, shut up. You're so stupid. Keely in Color.
Why not spell Keely with a C? Yeah, guys, if you can come up with some good names for Emily, she's going to be focusing on hair. Is that the idea? Or what's the...
I don't quite know. I enrolled in the cosmetology program specifically because I didn't know what I would like to do the most or if I would like to do it all. I have a feeling I'm really going to like hair, but color formulation scares the crap out of me and it stresses me out and I don't really understand it yet. So we'll see how that goes. I am excited to do nails and makeup and facials. So we'll see.
Hair, makeup, nails. So...
And then I'm going to also get certified to do lash extensions. And then I don't know, maybe I'm going to figure out if I can do like some eyebrow waxing or something like that. Spray tans.
And you don't want the like hair in the name or salon in the name or Emily.
No, because I feel like it's way oversaturated. There's so many hair by Emily, hair by Lily, hair by Kate. Kate does hair styled by Kate.
You want to be unique.
Like I want to stand out. I want people to see my username and be like, oh, okay, like I can remember that. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't want beauty in the title, in the username, because that's oversaturated. Luxe is oversaturated. Glow is oversaturated. Hair is oversaturated. It's just...
Sassy Squatch. Something like that.
You think I stink?
Do I think you stink?
Yeah, why else would you say squatch?
You get like Sasquatch. Because Sasquatch is like full of hair.
Ugh.
So like a sassy Squatch. But it's like a pink Sasquatch. Sissy Squatch.
My mom came up with the name. She said, how about the pimp house? And then the pimp house turned into the primp house.
Yeah.
She kills me.
So those are the kind of
primp
names
house.
that
That's
Emily...
the name. The primp house. She freaking cracks me up.
Yeah. Emily's mom's still here for, are we at a month now? A month and a half.
It's been, yeah, a month and a couple weeks. Like a month and a week.
She's helpful.
Yeah, it's been really nice having her here.
Yeah. Yeah, we went shopping today, just us.
Yeah, that was crazy. And we were gone for like 4 hours.
Yeah. That's where I got these lights. Tell me if you like these lights, guys. I like them. They're fake. I mean, the lights are real, but the plant's fake. And then I got some plants too. I like plants. I'm autistic for plants. Like
Literally.
that's the kind of autism I have is plants. But maybe not, because it's like, I don't know that much about plants. Anyway.
You do.
We're back. We're back, baby. I'm going to be interviewing pastors this year. That's going to be the thing, I think. And maybe some gynecologists. So if you know
that would be good, actually.
Me interviewing a male gynecologist.
Yes.
And just like accusing him. Like,
you're a freaking pervert.
You're a pervert. And he's like, hold on. I just want to look at vaginas all day. Sue me. Like, I'm going to. You pervert.
Oh my gosh, shut up.
Yeah. Male gynecologists would be good for transgender women.
Yes.
Right? Because then it just kind of cancels out.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
All right.
Thank you guys
Love
for
you
listening.
guys. We'll see you next week. Put down some questions in the comments so that we can answer them next time.
Yeah.